Hello everyone and welcome. Happy Capricorn season, happy full moon in Cancer at 23 degrees. Like the title of this video states, when is enough enough? Depending on where this is falling in your chart, there might be something that's coming up that feels like a broken record, that feels like I can't talk about this anymore. I can't, it's getting louder and louder and louder. And you're just like, I just need, like, when is enough enough? And it might not make full sense. This is falling in Cancer, in our home, my pocket of the world. Safety is key. This is cultural family roots as well. So this might be something that you're healing for your entire ancestral line. So it doesn't always make full sense. This is water energy. This is Cancer. This is emotional energy, where the sun is in earth and the moon is in water. This is us saying, I'm trying to set a solid foundation. I'm trying to make things work for myself, my home, my family, my team, my flock. I'm trying to figure out my trajectory, but there's something that's coming up. There's something that's coming up that is just like this buzzing sound. And when I was thinking about this the other day, when I was doing my research and getting ready to record this, there's two collectives that I'm talking to. Either you know exactly what I'm talking about and you've processed it, you've ended the relationship, you've left the job, you've moved, you've done something, and now you're literally just feeling off the emotions and feeling off the feelings. Or as I'm talking to you, you're like, girl, I know exactly what you're talking about. I kind of know how to navigate this, but I don't really know how to navigate this. I'm trying to figure it out. It's a family member. There's, something like it's something that's very, very close to you. Home. And you might want to lash out irrationally. Mars is in the mix over here. Uranus is in the mix. The North Node and the South Node and Pluto are all talking to each other. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. And if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I couldn't even fit the whole thing in the shot. And it's just for my curly hair girlies. When she does what she wants to do, you just say thank you. Like, yes, one down here. Oh, pardon me. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I am a channeler and an astrologer. So the way that my videos work is that I channel through the lens. We speak in lenses around here because I wear these big old glasses. Through the lens of astrology, a growth mindset. We're kind of unpacking as many things as possible in an efficient time period so that we can make our awakening, our trajectory, our highest good, our highest timeline, make that journey as efficient as possible. I'm here to help bring you into alignment. These are tools for you to help yourself. And like the disclaimer says, these are not personalized readings, so please take what resonates and then leave the rest. But also, because we like to be efficient in our processes, sometimes a lot of my channeled content shoots between the eyes, can be very, very triggering. Take that as a beautiful moment. I want you to rebrand triggering. And we talked about this in a little short. I've talked about this in other videos, whereas, you have this closet that you didn't really know that you had, and you got to clean it. And so you turn the lights on and you look how disgusting it is. That's a trigger. That's you being like, oh my God, it's so gross. I'm the only one that has to clean this. I'm the only one who can clean it, but it's just so disgusting. So when you get triggered and you lash out irrationally, a lot of that is going to be happening. We might see that in our periph because Mars is retrograde in Cancer. Like I said, Mars is in the mix. You might see people just complaining a lot about the exact same thing. Or I'd heard this perspective, and it's a psychological perspective, not a spiritual one, where some of the most, I'm just still in it. I don't even care. I got it on sale and it was just so beautiful. I just love it. And then I got this eucalyptus one as well. Or is it eucalyptus? No, balsam and fir. And so I got a few going right now. What was I saying? Yes. So this psychological perspective that I heard, which is some of the most, I got my new kitten and she's actually more of a velociraptor than a kitten, and she just tuckered herself out. So I'm just really excited. And it's just, we're going with it. And it's, she'll probably make herself known. But one of the most dangerous types of people you can ever encounter in this world is someone who complains about a situation that they themselves either created or that they could effortlessly remove themselves from. The quote was they themselves created, but what I'm adding to it is If you can effortlessly remove yourself from a situation, a complaint, whatever it may be, and you actively choose to complain about it instead of doing something about it, that's a no for me. That's a no for me. Or I just am aware. We try our best, and we've talked about this for months, how, we try not to judge in any capacity. But I love that, we have, in the tarot, we have the judgment card. When that comes up for me, I say, you can decide, just like food. I eat mostly organic. I don't eat, classic sugar. I'm completely sober. I don't ingest cannabis. I don't ingest alcohol or spirits. I ingest coffee, and I love coffee and tea. But it's the same way that you can judge, hey, I'm not going to put that in my mouth. I'm just not. I don't want that. I don't want that flavor. I don't like that. You can judge in that same capacity situations, people, jobs, the colors that you want to put on your body, the way you want to wear your hair, how you want to bedazzle yourself. That's an okay thing. If we weren't supposed to have an ego, we would not be in a human body. We would still be in the space that our consciousness resides in. So you came to have an egoic human experience in a polarity-based reality, as my guides always say, and to be able to say, I like this, I don't like this. That is for me, that is not for me. This is good to me, this is bad to me. So this, and I've tried to record this so many times, so when I'm talking to you, I don't know if I've introduced myself already. When I'm talking to you, my guides show me images and pictures over here. I have a few other galactic guides and then kind of like a past life screen over here. It's usually just like baseline. There's like 5 or 6 going usually, and right now there's about 5 going. And so what the guides are saying right now is that this repeated pattern, because the sun is over here, Cap, moon is over here in Cancer, 23 degrees. This repeated pattern, again, cultural family roots. It might be something that doesn't make sense to you, but is a repeated pattern for your entire ancestral line. This is the general wheel, general astrological wheel. Starts in Aries, goes all the way around over to Pisces. So when the sun is in Cap season, we're trying to set a solid foundation. We're trying to do things that have longevity. This is legacy, public image, career. Not so much what we do every day. That's Virgo energy right over here. This is like our daily tasks. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But when the sun is in Cap, literally, we're all a little bit, not self-deprecating is the wrong word. We just wake up with the sense of urgency to know what the path is. Cardinal earth energy. The cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, cardinal axis. We want to know what to do so we can just go do it. That's it. And so whatever this repeated pattern is, again, this could, wherever it's falling in your charts, this would be self, money, communication, relationships, all different things. And we'll go into it in the all signs reading. I'll have a whole video on that. This is introducing you to it. I want you to recognize, again, it's like those triggers, like cleaning out that closet. You're the common denominator. Yeah, the sun is in Capricorn energy, so I will not be holding back. Read the disclaimer below. We have a growth mindset around here, so I love you enough to tell you all the things. I want you in alignment. We're the problem. That's the trigger. We're the common denominator. It's not, why do I keep attracting the same thing? There's something inside me that makes you feel as though I was chatting with a soul sister the other day about this, where it's scientific, it's chemical. There's something in you that is physically attracting that type of person until you transmute and alchemize that thing inside of yourself and shift, and then you'll attract different things. It's chemical. Yeah, we can't make that up. So what I'm going to do, let's pause the video with Randy. It's the hematite. We named it Randy. Go grab your coffee, tea, grab some water, and grab your journal. We're going to talk about the astrology. Okay, I'm going to give you the times and dates for this full moon. So Eastern Standard Time, this is happening on the 13th of January at 17:26. Melbourne, Australia, 14th of January, 9:26. Gold Coast in Australia, 14th of January, 8:26. And Central Standard Time, 13th of January, 16:26. We're going to learn military time. Teach you nothing else. Military time. I'm kidding. So now let's get into the astrology. What do we know about full moons? It's when the sun and the moon are in complete opposition of each other. And I've talked about this a few times, and I'm about to swear, so please, I apologize for this. But this energy is quite actually like shit or get off the pot. Shit or get off the pot. It's at 23 degrees and 59 minutes. What do you mean by that, Sarah? That's the last degree in the last minute of 23 degrees. So find out exactly where this is falling in your chart, what angles, what aspects it's making, because that's no accident. There's another, Mercury is in Capricorn at 7 degrees and 59 minutes. Right up here. So for the sun, the moon, and Mercury all to be at the last degree and the last minute of like that, to be at the last second, literally. This is just coming to me now. This is saying that whatever collective you feel like you're in, if you feel as though you know what I'm talking about, you don't really know what to do about this situation, and you feel as though you've been stalling, and you're just like, I don't really know I don't know. You will know the second that you're supposed to do something, and you will make that choice. You will make that decision. It was something that was in, oh my God, it was in Procrastination on Purpose, Rory Vaden. I don't have the book in front of me, but I heard him speak at the Summit of Greatness, and it was a really powerful, very inspiring speech, because he talked about in the book where, you know, when you wait until the last second to do something, sometimes you miss out on certain deals or certain things. But when you do something too early, sometimes you miss certain deals or you miss certain things. So there's a sweet spot. There's a sweet spot, and it's going to hit our productivity egos. It's going to hit a lot of our desire, especially I have a lot of clients that are just awakening right now. They're like, I want to figure out what I'm supposed to do. I want to do it. I want to help as many people as I possibly can. It's like, since we live in a quantum multiverse where all things are happening all at the same time, and you don't have access to information, just say, I don't have access to that information. I was chatting with a client the other day. We were doing a consultation. I will be the first person to tell you if I am not the channeler, healer, astrologer for you. If I don't have the answer to the question that you're asking me, I'm just going to tell you I don't have the answer to the question that you're asking me. I have more infinite technology in the little telephone that I'm staring into right now. So if I have not been privy to information, it doesn't mean that I'm illiterate. It doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It doesn't mean that I'm dumb or anything. It just means that it hasn't been placed in front of me. So if you have not been given the download, the information, whatever it is, wherever the sun is transiting right now, it's because you gotta let go of something. The moon. Full moons, best way to utilize full moons. This is when the moon is super duper bright in the sky. We are shown something, we can celebrate, we can receive healing. We're all little cuckoo pants under the full moon. So instead of trying to make very rational decisions, why not flow with the moon? What do I know? You know, there is a component that this full moon is trining and sextiling Uranus at 23 degrees retrograde in Taurus over here. So we have that sextile over here with the moon, sextile, it's like a good workable energy, and then trining from the sun to Uranus over here. Trining is like your yes friend. So I'm listening to my guides. A lot of you know that I've recently moved, and a lot of you know I'm not going to share until I have like the full image of what it is that I want to be able to speak about the past few months of my life. But for now, I was driving and I was like, you created a life that was 9.9999998 out of 10. It could never be 10 out of 10. I had to let go of everything that I was building because it was a little bit off. It was not a full 10 out of 10. And that's not to say it wasn't a beautiful life with beautiful friends. The people that I have in my life now, because of the life that I lived in Gloucester, that is forever. That's forever. But Gloucester spat me out, and so I said, thank you. I'm going to go. I'm just listening to the guides. So what they want me to share about that time period, and I might do a whole video about my personal journey. I don't want to put it in the astrology. is that I answered a call to go to the area of the world where I was living. And then I also answered a call to leave. Whatever is screaming at you right now. This could be sobriety for a lot of people. This could be celibacy for some people. This could be relationships. This could be, right now. And I have to say that I follow the mean nodes and the mean Lilith. So the true node is going to already be in Pisces, and the true south node will already be in Virgo for this full moon. Lilith is her own entity, but the mean, which is what I follow, is going in on the new moon that's coming up. Pardon me. Whichever one you follow is fine. One's not right, one's not wrong. They both exist. So that's why I kind of have it just like right at the cusp. So new moon, North node, the head of the dragon, our collective destiny, and the south node, what we're releasing over here. I'll do a whole video on the north node and the south node. That'll probably be coming up this week. I'm not really sure. And I'll do a whole all signs reading for that, because the north node stepping into our house of soul purpose is going to be releasing in our house of daily life and practical service, like I mentioned. So this is, again, don't judge yourself if you haven't been able to leave whatever it is that I'm talking to you about, because that's going to happen in the next year and a half. You're going to have many opportunities to leave that. So let's get back to Uranus. Trine. Sun trining Uranus. Uranus is our galactic awakening planet. It's lightning bolt energy. I just want to make sure that's good. And so Uranus, I was texting with a client the other day, and he's, I'm really done with this Uranus and Taurus transit. It's making some very intense aspects, and we're going to have Uranus dipping her toes into Gemini this year, and then going back into Taurus by the end of the year. I have tons of information and resources for you on the entirety of 2025. I have a whole video that's for free on YouTube about it, as well as an all signs reading, a workbook that I have with me, which I really love using, because I wrote that last year, and it's like talking to an old friend where I'm like, this is happening. This is happening right now. Actually, yeah, I want to read this. No, we don't need it right now. I'll read it in the north node and the south node. It's basically, you've known for a while whatever had to shift, and there's a component to you maybe right now with the sun in Capricorn where you're like, but what will the church elders think? What's the people at the watering hole? What are they going to think? I want you to learn how to just gingerly, gently have like a, just do it. Like an F it. I don't swear. So it's like, just go for it. Just do it. Just rip the Band-Aid off. I lean a little bit on the first degree of Aries right now, and not so much the last degree of Pisces. But with the North Node, going back to Uranus, I apologize, I'm all over the place. It's very early in the morning, and I'm just very grateful that my kitten is sleeping and we can do this. Yeah, she's a raptor. I love her. Uranus, awakening, sun, ego, trining. Yes, friends, Uranus is retrograde. The time will come to do the thing the moment the time will come to do the thing. Just do it when the moment comes. You will know. You will know. If you want to release anything during this full moon, if it's very general for you, release fear. This is safety. Home. What does safety actually mean to you? What do you need to feel safe? And sometimes, I love reading, personal birth charts, because there's a lot of times that, this is the general wheel where you see the IC and the MC are straight up and down. A lot of times, I want you to go check your own birth chart and see if maybe the third house sits on the bottom or the fourth house sits on the bottom. For me, the third house sits on the bottom. Communication and authenticity matters more to me than most things. I need you to be honest with yourself and be honest with the people around you. Yeah, if you're not honest with yourself, I can't help you. I can't allow myself to be around that type of energy. And that's very, very difficult for me. That's something that I'm really processing right now too, especially when it's family. We'll get into that later. So I'd rather lean on the full moon over here with this sextile. I don't want a yes friend around you. I want good workable energy. So it's like, okay, where's Uranus falling in your chart? Where's the moon falling in your chart right now? And just be like, Ooh, you're my favorite cousin at the party. What can we do about this? What can we release? Yeah, yeah. In my astrological starter kit, or the how to work with the moon, in my digital downloads, the link is below, we have like a practical full moon release technique. Again, if you are in my membership group, that's available for free, and you get the full moon healing as well. So like tons of Sarah resources for you. All of those links are below. So when you really want to harness the full moons and the new moons and really do this deep work, I have tons of resources for you. So definitely go check out the membership group. Right now, let's talk about another aspect. So Mars is in the mix. Let's get you going over here. Mars is retrograde down here in Cancer energy at 27 degrees. And Mars is going to be trining Neptune over here at 27 degrees. Again, the yes friend. Mars retrograde in Cancer. We want to pop off. We want to lash out irrationally. We're going to have to put it into something more positive, something a little healthier. Go cry into the woods. Deadlift until you can't deadlift anymore. Call a friend, ask them if they can hold space, and just scream. Punch a pillow. Really get that out. Get out that frustration. And try not to let it make you go cuckoo pants. Why do you say that, Sarah? Because this is one of the tarot cards that represent the Cancerian decan of the astrological wheel. One of them, because we'll talk about this a little bit later, but yeah, lunatic and lunacy comes from the moon. That word comes from the luna, the moon. So try not to pop off and lose your mind. Put it into something positive. Take a bath, cry like it's a food group. Eat something that feels good and nourishing. Truly, truly, good food. Good food. So when Mars retrograde is trining Neptune, Neptune in Pisces right over here, it's been there for a while, and this, I'm just listening to the guys. All right, they're showing me a picture where it's like, what's the word? It's like crowd mentality, where it's like herd mentality, crowd mentality. You're all like, they're just showing me this like group of people getting like all riled up, and then recognizing that they've just like attacked someone. They're like, what am I doing? Yeah, try your best to kind of pull yourself away from situations and be with yourself before you really respond, react, retaliate. Full body chill on that one. This is pop off energy. Definitely. And we have already had, I just want to make mention of this because I left them up. Pluto is sextiling the North Node right now and trining the South Node. So I want to really lean on the sextiles. Yeah, it's harder work. Just like work the North Node is pointing is what we're supposed to be doing, but the South Node would be so effortless. Like, it'd be so effortless for us to just stay in that 8 out of 10, 9.999 out of 10 situation. It would be so effortless because then we don't have to grow. We don't have to do that inner work. We don't have to look in the mirror and say, oh, this is all me. Yeah. You might see a lot of people, and when it comes to the complaints, it's kind of, so, like I said, I'm sober. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I don't even use cannabis flower anymore. It'd been about 14 years of cannabis use, and I have the tolerance of an Irish dock worker, or I did. So, like, I was a hefty drinker. It's kind of like, people that complain about having a hangover, and then they're like, well, did this to myself. And it's like, I've been there, but also at the same time, it's almost like there was a worry. And this does happen because you lose the community that you commiserate with. When you step into a healthier space and, like, I'm going to start this over. So, like, I would, be drinking and complain and do all the things. And then when I'd be sober and I wasn't hungover, I'd be like, no, I kind of went to the gym this morning. Yeah, my booty's a little sore, but, like, it's just getting thicker and it's kind of nice. And you talk about things that are healthy, you talk about things that are positive because you're growing and you're learning and you're doing something. So your conversations change, and it does make, like, the first moment that you say that, and you don't complain and you don't commiserate, it is like you're turning the club lights on at 3 a.m. and you're like, oh shit, this is what I look like right now? This is what you look like? We've been dancing for an hour? What? So this could be a big awakening moment for a lot of people. But again, radical personal responsibility is necessary to really navigate this time period. So Pluto, our deepest transformation planet, sextiling the North Node, this again is good workable energy, but Pluto trining the South Node, it could be very easy to say it's your fault. It's the establishment's fault. No, I don't look at the fact that I gave you all this power. Don't even look at the fact that I trusted you. No, this is your fault. You need to be brought to justice. No, you just walk away and you just start bettering yourself and your life and looking at your immediate community and what you can do. We've talked about this numerous times, that was a question that I used to ask when I was a waitress, where if somebody was complaining about the outside world or the political, climate last year, whatever it may be, and I would just stop and say, look, well, what would you do to change it? Like, but he's so bad, or this person's this. I'm like, no, they're not in the room. If they were physically right here, we could have a judgment, but they're not. So what would you do to better your own life? And it would usually end the conversation, because when you're a waitress, people can just effortlessly stop talking to you and just walk away. But yeah. Okie dokie. Who is not? Saturn is in Pisces over here, 15 degrees, right in the middle of Pisces. He's not making aspects to anybody, so he's not really a key player right now. The moon is the chart ruler for this full moon, because Cancer is run by the moon, so we're just going to continue. And I love this. I love this over here. Venus is in Pisces at 11 degrees. And Jupiter in Gemini is retrograde over here, 12 degrees. Squaring is too wide for me to consider that. You could if you wanted to, Saturn being in the mix, but I like to go with less than a 1 degree orb of an aspect, just because I want this to be accessible to novices to astrology, people that have a growth mindset. I have people that don't even follow the planets or the astrology, but they listen for the personal growth and development stuff. So it's I don't want to get into all the aspects. I'll highlight the work of Pam Gregory if you're interested in just the astrology. Holy goodness gracious sakes alive, she's one of the biggest blessings to this universe right now. So thank you so much to Pam Gregory. So Jupiter square, coming up to an intersection, and one's got to go before the other can go. Very tension point energy in Gemini, squaring Venus over here in Pisces. Venus in Pisces, it's kind of like Mercury in Pisces. You got rose-colored glasses on. There's a lot of Piscean energy over here, which I really like. I want us to get used to it, because the North Node in Pisces is what we're supposed to be leaning on. This is why having a creative side is as imperative as eating or drinking, like water. This is having a way to express yourself creatively. Having a way to express yourself creatively. And I speak about this in my, Awakened Mastery program, which I have chapter 1 available for free right now. I would say probably by the end of January, mid-February, I'm going to be taking that offering away. So it's just, if you're interested in that, chapter 1 is called Flounder and Efficient Ego Death. We're going to stinkeroo with this. So if you're interested in that, the link for that is below. I had originally called it Self-Mastery, but it's Awakened Mastery now. It's a crash course. I'm literally just spitting. This is how to help yourself. This is how to help yourself. So one of the most integral aspects to having an efficient awakening is having a way to express yourself creatively. If you're not the artist, then go to the concert, go to the museum, go to the art gallery, go to the showing, view it, watch movies that you like, surround yourself with beautiful things, go to the gym, have babies, creative expression. Decorate yourself. Do all the things. Yeah, bedazzle yourself. I know. I threw a lot of clothes away. I donated them when I was moving, so I gotta go shopping, because literally nothing resonates anymore. Nothing resonates. So I think we have everybody up. But see this hefty area, but the square of Venus over here to Jupiter in Gemini, squaring in the house of soul purpose to communication, early learning, and short trips. This is kind of like all the things round about town. You might feel, let's go to the tarot now. Either you want to go somewhere or you're stuck right now. There might be an aspect to life that feels very stuck. This is where the full moon is. This is there. Every single minor arcana and major and court card represents a specific decan of the astrological wheel. So the 4 of Cups represents 21 to 29, 30 degrees of Cancer energy. This is the last decan of Capricorn energy. I know that this is, physical and emotional, but this is also, it's been a choice. This is like apathy. This is a little bit of like, I know that there's like a magical hand coming from like the beyond offering me all of these beautiful opportunities, but it doesn't look like exactly what I want it to. So I'm just going to sit here and complain a little bit more. And this is something that I speak about in Awakened Mastery, that we put off our awakening because the bills are getting paid. I know I'm a corporate survivor, so when things are 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, you can justify it because you're making good paper. And you're like, I don't know what's beyond that, because we start to equate our worth to that. And it's something that I'm really curious by right now, which is, yes, your bank account is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. But if you're making money that sucks the life out of you, you have to separate those two things and fill up the cup inside so that the cup outside runneth over. She's the Cancerian court card. She made that cup. These are what the normal cups look like. She built it with her thoughts, words, actions, and intentions. It's ostentatious, but so am I. So what you focus on will expand. That's Jupiter and Gemini over here. What do we want our life to look like? So there's been, and we talked about it last Monday on the live Coffee Over Chaos. I'll put the link for that below. Which is, we're all feeling a little overwhelmed, myself included, with everyone has a perspective, a channeled message, and literally coming from me as a channeler and an astrologer, like, I can't listen to another 2025 prediction. I can't hear how to manifest. I can't do any, it's overwhelming in my brain space to the point of, this full moon for me is falling in my 9th house of higher education. So it's like, when is enough for my podcasts, for all of the things that I receive? And it's showing me that I wasn't fully sinking into my feelings. I wasn't feeling yet all of what I've been processing for the past year to a year and a half. Those are my own things, so I'm going to save a lot of them, but I might talk about them publicly. I'm not really sure just yet, but all I want to share right now is that when you finally open up the closet, when you finally turn the club lights on and you look at the patterns and you look at the history and you look at all of it, and you have to look inside of yourself to say, there is literally something in me that is attracting these situations. Thank you, so that I can heal them and I can better myself and I can develop and I can move forward and not have to get back on this merry-go-round. It's going to feel like day one of a new program. Exercising. It's going to feel like day one of rehab. It's going to feel like week one of all of these things. It's going to feel, because the nodes are just shifting, because Pluto's in the mix, because Uranus is in the mix, because Mars retrograde in Cancer is in the mix, because this is happening in our house of safety. This is going to trigger your safety. This is going to trigger your ego, Capricorn. This is going to be Mercury in Capricorn. The downloads that we're getting, the dreams that we're getting, it's going to be mean. Sweetie, I have my natal moon in Capricorn. Yeah, my intuition it's spicy enough. It's like, you didn't monetize it yet? You didn't figure it all out yet? You're doing this? You had enough? It's like, I have to talk to that side of myself and be like, yes, I'm the first entrepreneur in my family and I haven't done this before, so I'm going to be as kind to myself as possible and go cry in the woods. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm trying my best. But what did I write down in my personal journal? I want to... Yes, I want you to, just because, and I want to leave this a little bit shorter, just because you can see the light in others doesn't mean they can see it in themselves. And we can't take on the responsibility of anyone else but ourselves. There's this really great little short that I saw the other day, which was a gentleman, oh my God. What was he saying? I'm trying to get the quote just right. Where he was talking about friends, and he was saying, I used to be like, I'll help better you and you help better me. Where now he was saying, I'll better myself to be the best friend for you, and you better yourself. Like, you're responsible. Like, I got it. I got you, you got me. Now it's, I got me, so I can show up whole for you, and you got you, so you can show up whole for me. Yeah. Yeah. Trauma bonds are real right now, and I'm just listening to the guides because this is really fascinating what they're saying. When the energies of the world, and whatever language you have for this could be the Schumann resonance, this could be, it's like the world was shook up like a snow globe. And you might be getting pulled in directions away from people, towards situations, placed in areas that you're like, this is where you want me, God? Are you kidding me? There's a lot of people, and it's the mark of the light worker of the family. Where you're like, I'm the first light worker in my family. Everybody, like, I'm the black sheep, whatever it may be. I'm the first woo-woo, I'm whatever it may be. You chose that. We chose that. We chose to be a bright light in a dark space. Not so we could walk around and say, I see your light, I see your light, I see your light. So you can shine, turn up your brightness as bright as you possibly can, so that other people can see their light. So that other people can see their light. I'm just listening to the guides. So if you're being removed from a situation right now, if, just like myself, I was moved and I did not expect it. Literally, if you had asked me a month ago, what was it? Yeah, it was literally just about, it was a little over a month ago that I recognized that I had to move, and I moved and got the kitten, like all different things within a month. So I'm just very kitten distracted by this. And so if you feel as though you're being relocated, taken from a situation, removed from a friend group, I used to drink and now I can't anymore. I used to smoke cannabis and now I can't anymore. I, used to be polyamorous, now I can't anymore. I was in this relationship, now I need to be sober and celibate for a little while. And it doesn't make sense, but you're being removed, like picked, like very Clash of the Titans. Think of your darkest moment and nobody was there to help you, and you looked at yourself in the mirror and you finally said to yourself, I'm the only one who can pull myself out of this situation. I'm the only one who can change. Sometimes it's as if God is removing you from situations so that the people around you can finally look at their own stuff. There's not a single person that I come into contact with that I don't want to leave you in a better, I want to give you something that I can help you feel better about yourself, or have some guidance, like lines at the grocery store, wherever it is, I'm going to compliment you. I'm going to listen to your problems. As an empath and someone who's very, very sensitive to energies, people will just come up to me and just be like, yeah, my grandmother died in my arms. And I'm like, well, how did that feel? It was in 1975, but I'm still thinking about her. I'm like, because she's right next to you. So things like that happen on a regular for me, and I'm sure that they happen for you as well, as sensitive people. But when you're being removed from a situation, remember Lot's wife. It's a religious thing. I want you to Google it, or not Google it, DuckDuckGo it, or do both and see what comes up. I want you to, what does it mean, Sarah? Move forward. Don't look back. Don't look back. What can you do? What is your chop wood, carry water? What are you being called towards? Not what you're being removed from. That's not your responsibility anymore. Once God, universe, God, goddess, all there is, says, go this way, I'm lighting the path for you this way, Just keep walking it. Don't ask why. Just like we talked about at the beginning, we're in a quantum multiverse. So when you're given that information, you'll know it. You'll know it. Is there anything else? Nope. So I will have a full moon healing, which will be light language, distance healing, channeled messages, all different things from the guides. I flow between all these different things. That's available for purchase as a one-off. There is a membership group just for the full moon healings, as well as this is available in my all access membership group. You get the full moon healing, you get the all signs reading for each season ahead, and then we have a monthly coaching call as well. In that, you already have the 2025 workbook is in there. My astrological starter kit is available for free. That group is $33 a month. It is very accessible. I put so much love and energy into that, so that is available for you. It's really funny because Cancer runs the hands. So you'll see in the all signs, I am like scratched up my little velociraptor. I love you so much. She's just, I see you, honey. She's just waking up. I'm so excited. So things might, during full moons, be coming up for your hands. They might be sensitive, or you might want to get yourself like a mani-pedi, something like that. So much energy. Pisces runs the feet and Cancer runs the hands. So that could be a really great way to utilize this energy. We'll get into it in the all signs reading for this full moon. That will be available publicly. Definitely go check the Coffee Over Chaos Monday video. And yeah, please reach out directly if you'd like to book a consultation to see if working together one-on-one or booking a, what are they called? A chart reading could be helpful for you at this stage in your journey. A lot of people are really doing some very incredibly deep inner work, and I've been connecting to a lot of new clients right now. So welcome to my multidimensional cafe. I'm so grateful that you're here. Please subscribe to the channel. If this resonates with you, please give the video a thumbs up. Please share this video with someone that might not understand the astrology or might not even have that language, but you think that they, have a growth mindset, they're really working on themselves, and you think that this could be helpful to them in their journey. So I'll see you in the all signs, and I'll see you in the full moon healing. Bye.